I'm still learning. I used to do it when I was young, and so it's in there somewhere, and I'm just getting it back. But really, learning is what consumes me on a daily basis because it's great fun, and I guess it's quite important, really. So I'm just going to try and share some thoughts from all the years that I've been learning, and that's a lot of years, but most specifically with thoughts about communication and dementia. And these are just going to be short little clips. So this is my first thought. People often worry that they're going to, the word is infantilize, or basically treat people like they're kids when they're clearly not. I'm worried that just because someone has dementia, they're going to start talking to them in a certain way, and it's going to be quite demeaning and feels really uncomfortable. But on the other hand, there are actually things that refer back to people's long-term memory that are great to reminisce about. So if you're doing things as a reminiscence piece of communication, you're not treating them as a child. I like to reminisce. For instance, how about this? This is a book I had when I was 6, and it's called Now We Are 6, and I did the cover when I was 6 years old, and it's frankly not very impressive. But these are, of course, classic poems by A.A.Milne, and nearly everybody of my age and above will have a lot of memories of these poems. Here's one, for instance. Furry bear. If I were a bear, and a big bear too, I shouldn't much care if it froze or snew. I shouldn't much mind if it snowed or frizz. I'd be all fur-lined with a coat like this, for I'd have fur boots and a brown fur wrap and brown fur knickers and a big fur cap. I'd have a fur muff or ruff to cover my jaws and brown fur mittens on my big brown paws with a big brown furry down up to my head. I'd sleep all the winter in a big fur bed. Nice pictures too. And things that fall off because that's the back cover. It's very old, this book. Now, I would read that in a reminiscence session, but I would also introduce it like I've just introduced it. This is my childhood memory. Loved A.A.Milne when I was little. The poems have got such a great rhythm to them, and they've got often rather sort of silly ideas behind them, that they're just wonderful. You don't want to miss out on that opportunity just because you're worried about treating people as if they're children. On that subject, I bought at a charity shop this weekend this. Just one moment.
High on a hill with a lonely goat head, lady, 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 loud was the voice of a lonely goat head, lady, folks in a town that was wide.
I think what I'm saying is, we're all still children. Embrace it, as long as you don't present it like you're with a silly voice or something that sounds demeaning. Wouldn't you like this? I think so. More thoughts coming up.